knowledge and information about Nagaland. We know only Battle of Kohinoor's World War II, such kind of image we have. But I really, as a Japanese government, we really love to focus on Nagaland because you have such a beautiful cultures, natures, destinations, everything you have. And I'm pretty sure Japanese people can enjoy Nagaland because as your people, you're really fluent in English, your hospitality is amazing, you have a really beautiful natures. So I'd love to show Japanese people in Nagaland much. And in this, I'm sorry.
One more minute.
Yeah, and actually, Madam, says a special interest tourism seat. I really agree this idea. And last time I get the help with Mr. Kejaroko, and we sent 2 Japanese famous influencers to Nagaland, and they created some tourism video about Nagaland. And they say, they really love to Japan, Nagaland, and they love to try, Nagaland cuisines, Nagaland nature. So maybe you can offer some, special arrangement for Japanese travelers, for Japanese traveler groups. And maybe this, special interest twist is a great idea. And I feel like I'm so sorry. I love to interact with you later. Thank you so much for, the opportunity at time. I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
Should be taken up in a well-planned and thought-out manner, taking into consideration the viability and sustainability of the structure in a particular environment. The department support the community enterprises, homestays, and community-led tour operations. Hotels are important vital segment of the tourism infrastructure. The department provides training program and capacity building initiative to enhance the skills and knowledge of tourism industry professionals, local communities, and service providers. Tourism is a multi-sector activity. It involves the local communities, the government, the policymakers, who come in touch with tourists in various ways. This is the first impression of a place is very much based on at the facilities available in its airport, railway, and bus station. Here, if you want to promote tourism, the connectivity should be there. But now the state government is focusing more on road sector, so many tourist hotspots are well connected with the roads. So the state and or the department can establish the infrastructure wherever there is possible tourist influx in that area.
We made, there was a business that was done for about 3 crore and 13 lakhs plus some changes in 10 days. And that revenue is not the government's revenue, but that is what we are creating for the people. The entrepreneurs who are selling it, the artisans who have made it, and this is what I think the government is trying to do. I do agree that for tourism to expand, for us to explore tourism, it's important. Government plays a very, very crucial role. Infrastructure has to be in place. Now I want to take you to our budget, which is very important, not just for tourism, but for economy in general. When we look at our budget 2024, last year's budget, we see that 23,127 was the state's budget. That is the total expenditure. When we break it down, we see that revenue expenditure, which is the expenditure spent on salaries, pension, etc., 16,893 crore. 16,893 crore. And for debt servicing, the loans that the government take, for those debt servicing, it was 4,243 crore. For power purchase, it's about 600 crore. And now power is another important sector because industry cannot move even an inch if your power sector is not in place. But our AT&T loss is about almost 60%. So again, it comes back to us, the public. Are we also doing?
We as a company also run a hotel management institute, so we can partner. We have a hotel here, we have resources where we can partner and upskill people. When we upskill people, we also see when the growth of tourism happens, you might have a reverse brain drain, as people would say, people from outside wanting to come back, Nagas who are working outside wanting to come back home and work. So that is what we can do. Another thing which comes by is everyone talks about infrastructure. Now, invariably, infrastructure and development goes hand in hand. What is, I think, missing today is marketing the state of Nagaland. A lot of time people ask, oh, first question, do I need a passport? How will I work on the inner line permit? So these are things, and that is one area I think where a push from the government is required. Taking an example, if I have last week I was at one of South Asia's largest travel mart called the OTM in Mumbai. Most of the states had very, very large stalls. More than anything else, it's visibility, it is education. Someone spoke about Assam. Assam had a stall, Punjab had a stall, Rajasthan had a stall, Goa had a stall, and large presence. That is something which educates and showcases people about what the state has to offer. It's a brilliant place, very warm and hospitable people. Lots to offer in terms of handicraft, lots to offer in terms of home style remedies. I remember there is one thing, every time I come here, I am given, told by people I know to carry back. There is a package, health package, which is which has got turmeric, which has got a couple of other herbs which make in Nagaland, packages that it sells. Those things are something which could be carried across there. So we are there as far as a company, long term, to support the growth of Nagaland. As we said, we are happy to partner with people. We are happy to work with the government to provide.
This space is recently the government of Nagaland, under the initiative of the Investment Development Authority of Nagaland, has given out 80 cars, 80 vehicles. So many of us, I'm sure, are beneficiaries of this scheme. They call it the Nagaland Tourism Connect scheme. So many of us are beneficiaries of this scheme, and I'm very happy that the government has given such a big boost to the transport sector. So this is a very good thing, and I think we all appreciate this, and we still want more. Is what we want to tell to our government, and also the homestays. Homestay is one area where I think it will really help the local entrepreneurs in the rural areas. Nagaland, as we know, is not a 5-star destination. We are yet to become a 5-star destination. We have probably very soon we will be getting 5-star properties. But in the nook and corners, in the far-flung areas, the homestays will be the best mode of accommodation. Because we know in tourism and hospitality, there are 3 key elements: amenities, accessibility, and attractions. Without these 3, there cannot be a destination. So when we go to the nook and corners, we come across tourism buildings, infrastructures built in the wrong places, wayside amenities where tourists will never go. So I think over the past years, we have dumped a lot of money. So this is something which we really, really feel as stakeholders. I would like to mention one village in the far eastern side of Nagaland. There's a village called Peshu. And if you go there, there are still a lot of houses built with slate roofs, stone roofs. So this kind of unique places where we can drive, we can take a lot of people to go and experience. So these are a lot of opportunities, potentials are there, but I think we will have to wait for the good time. And we have so many things that we can do, but we can't do everything. But if we have to look for a model, just last 10 seconds. I think we have our Bhutanese friends here. Bhutanese not very.
He also needs to be paid, and then he or she should have minimum qualification of secondary high school. Now we are trying to actually take it up to degree, and then then we have interview, and even in the interview they can they may not get through, and then the course is for 4 months. Very, very rigorous, intensive. If you really look at that course, it may take even a year if you have to teach them professionally. So certain things, we really, we don't do it because it's somehow the other feel that they can learn on their own also. So anything that they can learn on their own, we just touch it. Otherwise, things that is required for a guide to work professionally, those we actually train them rigorously. One is definitely first aid, they need to do that. And then even code of conduct, then even our cultural etiquette, that the Buddhists will have as a guide. You are always, national days, 24/7. Actually, even in the middle of the night, if you are there with the guests. Generally, the one thing we allow maybe is that if they're in the wild, in track, you don't have to wear. Other than that, if you're doing a cultural tour, then you need to wear all the time. So because of that, then the other thing is that we also have upskilling training, and then we have a regular refresher course. Next, I think I'll leave this, so you can see a garden of happiness and sustainable future. Bhutan actually promotes, if you look at the area, oh my gosh, huh? Okay, well, I'll go to the next. I think I can leave these,
Continue.
yeah, okay, yeah. And then, we protect our environment to a point where it is there even in the constitution, which says that 60% of the forest coverage will remain for eternity. At the moment, we have around 72% plus. And then, if you talk about GNH, gross national happiness, we actually, the king of Bhutan, the father of the present king, said that he would want his people to be more happier than richer. Because, now happiness, if you really look at, it is, it can come only through contentment. You have to be content, satisfied with what you have. So, and then for that, you have to practice. Practice makes them important. So, and then the guides needs to be really good. So that was a philosophy that was adopted, and not adopted since 2000.